Move next here tonight to the major insurance headline breaking today. The board for Citizens Property Insurance, the state insurance company, now pushing for a 14% rate increase. So here we go again. We have team coverage here tonight on this proposed rate hike. Our Nadine Yanez here recently speaking with the CEO of Citizens about future rate increases. But we're going to begin here tonight with Forrest Saunders live in Tallahassee. And Forrest, Governor DeSantis defending this proposal today. But if you're a homeowner who's seeing the news lately that the insurance situation was starting to improve in Florida, this is a rude awakening, but if you really read into this, it may be a necessary awakening.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like the Joker from The Dark Knight here. Essentially, this is all part of the plan, right? We've been hearing for years now how Citizens wants to shed policies because, of course, it's backed by the taxpayers, but also because they don't want to compete with the private market. So adding a rate increase here, that makes sense. We'll only further shed policies, but that's a hard message to convey when you got Floridians with an affordability crisis. In their virtual meeting Wednesday, the Citizens Property Insurance Board said yes to a sizable bump in premiums for more than 1 million policyholders.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
State insurance regulators still need to give final approval, but if they do, an on average 14% increase for personal line policies in 2025. That covers homeowners, condo owners, mobile homes, and more. According to Citizens projections, average premiums would jump hundreds of dollars. In Dade, $699. Palm Beach, $670. And places like Hillsborough or Pinellas, $360.
I'm really concerned what the next year or the next round of insurance renewal is going to be for us.
It's exactly what guys like Willie Butts told us they feared last year. A private provider surged his prices, forcing the Apopka veteran to take Citizens and its proposed increases.
I had no other choice in that move.
But the market is better these days, so say regulators and Florida's governor. When asked about the rate increases Wednesday, DeSantis listed potential signs of stabilization after years of tort reform to curb insurance lawsuits. Florida has 8 new insurers, 10 others filing for flat rates in the coming year, and another 8 seeking small decreases.
The only reason you're seeing companies come into Florida, the only reason you're seeing those types of rate filings in the private market is because that we did reforms to bring some sense to this market.
DeSantis also went on to blame inflation and the federal government. Citizens, meanwhile, trying to shed policies, decreasing taxpayer exposure and avoiding competition with the private market, though critics continue to say it's not enough. Florida Democrats this month launching billboards like this across the state and making the GOP's handling of insurance a main talking point heading into November's election.
For 30 years, one party has controlled this state. And look what's happened. We have the highest teacher shortage in the nation, the highest inflation across the country, because the Republicans refuse to get the benefits to the rest of the people of our state that the rest of the country has been seeing because of Joe Biden.
But beyond the Bidenomics debate, back here in Florida, that Citizens rate increase closer to reality. The Sunshine State now waiting to find out what happens next. All right, so let's take you through the tick-tock of the next steps here, not the app, but the process. We have to wait for the actual filing of this paperwork that was approved today. Once that happens, a 45-day clock starts ticking where insurance regulators have to take up the proposal and decide whether or not to approve it. We expect that to happen, according to officials at the state government, sometime in the second or third week of July. And it's going to be right here in Tallahassee, an in-person meeting where we will have public comment. Paul?
Well, at least homeowners are getting a heads up on this for us. If you've got Citizens Insurance, you probably want to start shopping right now. Forrest, thank you.